Welcome back to another video, and thank you for tuning into my channel, BMW Driven. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to be discussing all the performance modifications that I have done to my car, sort of a follow-up to the dyno testing video that I just did, link up here. But we made 425 horsepower and 515 foot-pounds of torque on a Mustang dyno. We were running a custom E30 map by Kerry Jordan, and I'm very happy with those numbers. A lot of you guys were asking what performance mods I have done in my car, so we're gonna go through that entire list, where I bought them, how you can save some money, and give you my overall opinion on all those parts. So stay tuned for this video. Enough talk, let's get into it. All right, let's jump into the performance mod list and pricing of all these modifications. The first thing I did when I purchased the car is a VRSF charge pipe. The factory charge pipe is plastic and has a tendency to crack and fail, especially at higher boost levels. So I went with the VRSF version. Comes in at $210. Very high quality aluminum, and the couplers are also high quality silicone. So highly recommend upgrading your charge pipe. No performance gains, but more of a peace of mind mod. The next mod I did was a VRSF 5-inch intercooler, comes in at $340. Highly recommend this just to keep those intake air temps down and to avoid heat soak. The next item I did was a VRSF 4-inch downpipe. It comes in at $210. This is my favorite modification because it just makes the car sound so good. You can really hear the turbo spooling. It alleviates back pressure. You can feel some performance gains. And did I mention it just sounds so good? So for only 210 bucks, you gain so much out of this modification. So highly recommend getting rid of your factory downpipe and checking out this 4-inch model by VRSF. The next thing I did was an AWE exhaust. That comes in at $1,395. This paired with the catless downpipe just sounds fantastic in my opinion. I am running the stock mids if you're curious about that. I have an entire video about this exhaust. I'll link that right up here. Full review, where I bought it and all that good stuff. So check that video out. The next thing I did was an AFE intake. Well, I actually didn't do it. It actually came on the car. So kind of a bonus because this intake's pretty expensive. It comes in at $435. Very high quality intake. Comes with a reusable filter. So I bought a cleaning kit from AFE. I think it's like 20 bucks, and you clean it every 20,000 miles. So reusable filter. It sounds fantastic. You can really hear the turbo spooling when you're getting on it. And then when you let off the throttle, it gets a nice big whoosh. The next mod I did was a Burger Motorsports short shifter. Highly recommend getting rid of the BMW sloppy, loose feeling shifter and upgrading to a short shifter. This one comes in at $175. I really like this modification. Like I said, it really cleans up the shifts in between gears, and it has kind of a nice clicking sound. Check that out. I don't know if it's the best or the worst, but I think it's for 175 bucks. It's such a great option for a short shifter. So check that out. I'll link that below as well. So after installing all those modifications on the car, we went ahead and purchased a tune from Boot Mode. We went with the Stage 2 91 off-the-shelf map. It comes in at $595. It was a good map. Data logs look great. It's kind of a one-size-fit-all map, as you know, with off-the-shelf maps. So nothing too crazy. Target boost was at 16.5. And I only had that on the car for about 30 days before I was itching for some more power. So we went ahead and hit up Kerry Jordan for a custom E30 tune. He charges $600 for all custom tuning. In the middle of this custom tuning process, my clutch started to slip. So I'm gonna include the spec Stage 2 Plus clutch on this modification list because without that clutch, there is no performance. So $795 for this clutch. I bought it at Top Gear Solutions. I'll have that link below. They offer free shipping as well, and it took about 7 days to get from Alabama or Arkansas, wherever they're located, to Southern California. All right, so we discussed the current performance modifications that I have done to my car, and we currently sit at 425 horsepower, which I think is plenty for a daily driver. But I do have a future mod list that I'd like to discuss real quick. I am looking into upgrading the fueling. I think that's the weak link on this N55 motor. So we're looking at the Dorch Stage 1 or Stage 2 option, and we're gonna have to re-custom tune and maybe run full E85. So I think that would be the next step in my build. It would go fully 85 and be right around that 500 wheel horsepower mark. So we're in the middle of that right now, figuring all that stuff out. And then in the meantime, I'd like to upgrade the turbo inlet pipe. The factory one is plastic and I want to run a more durable option to avoid any loose leaks in the future. And then I heard the diverter valves on these cars have a tendency to leak boost as well. So we're going to upgrade to the Turbo Smart plumb vac system. If any of you guys have any experience with an upgraded high pressure fuel pump, please message me on Instagram or comment below. I'd like to pick your brain on which option you went with and what fueling you're running. And that's gonna be a wrap on today's video, guys. I appreciate you tuning into my channel. Please hit that subscribe button. If you thought this video was informative, give it a thumbs up. If anything seemed unclear, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I will definitely get back to you on that. What else do we have going on here? In the future, we have a BMW 1M that I'm gonna do a full review on. One of my good friends bought a 1M and I'm very happy for him, very jealous. So we'll do a full review on his 1M. That's one of my dream cars. I'm super stoked for him. He wants to keep it bone stock, which I think is a terrible idea. So we're gonna try to talk him into going full bolt-on and put some ethanol in the tank and make this car what it really should be. So stay tuned for that video. I appreciate you guys tuning in my channel. Be safe out there, enjoy your BMW, and stay driven.